Hi friends, hi Kirk. Bitcoin has been roaring towards the top side. What does that look like? Well, it looks like a V on the charts. We're seeing that since the highs over there on the 20th of March, down to the lows on 25th of March, up to the highs here on the 31st of March, over the last 11 days, we've got a big V. Is that V going to stand for victory? Well, only time will tell. Let us take a look at the charts together. Let's try and answer that question. We're on a journey here with Bitcoin. It's going towards the top side so far. Are there going to be any pullbacks along the way we need to be aware of? There might be. A like and a subscribe goes a long way to helping this video do well on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me. Welcome back. This is during a live stream, by the way. Join me for a live stream sometime. Now, what we're looking at here is Bitcoin overall in terms of the broad perspective. We can see in the 24-hour time frame that the prices are, of course, within a wedge, this green upward line, that green upward line, showing us that towards the top side. Now, zooming back on in the way again and bringing the prices up a bit bigger so we can see there is this V shape overall here. Very, very good to see. Now, I'm not a man to talk about fractals myself, to be honest with you, but we can see similar thing having happened in the past over here between the 25th of February down to the 28th of February, up again to the 3rd of March. And what we see then at this point was another retrace thereafter, coming back down and retesting the 50 simple period moving average there in the 4-hour time frame. Could that be where the prices go next? Could we be seeing 55,650 get tested in the next day or two, with a view to then actually continuing on up the way and breaking past these zones? Very well could be. What I'm looking at here at that 56,000 area, of course, is the one retracement point off of previous Fibonacci's we've got drawn on the charts there. I know that the charts are noisy enough as they stand, but I'm actually just going to draw in another Fibonacci to show you exactly, we've come up towards the 786 here so far. That's exceptional. We've pulled back down towards the 618. So there's two areas to look to at the minute in terms of where we could go within the overall range at the minute, which is expressed between the highs up here at 62 grand and the lows most recently down there at 50 grand, is if we push past 59,200 on a decent 4-hour closing basis, open and close above that, the next target is going to be 62 up the way. But actually, at the minute, we're really going to have to keep a look out for this liquidity area that's going to be expressed in it around about that golden pocket of 57 grand. Movements down the way towards 55 thereafter are absolutely conceivable, where we find the 50 simple period moving average. I would most likely prefer to not visit the lower half of this range again, because that puts us into contention of breaking outside of that wedge again on the bigger time frame. The overall targets towards the top side are still all absolutely in place. We've got three of them: 62,500 or 62,500, 67,000 and 70,000 if you want to look for three upper side targets. Now, we'll come back and talk about this again in the next wee while. That's your positive case scenario for you. There's a couple of things to be aware of course. This little touch of bearish divergence we've had our last couple of highs, well, that's followed on from that bullish divergence that we had just beforehand. Maybe there is, a decent case to be made for us saying that that pullback area towards the 50 simple could happen with just continuing on with the overall prior trend beforehand, at least expressing the range of the movement within the overall green wedge that takes you up to 69,420. We've got a bit of a wedge on the go with the RSI. It's not particularly visible just there, but that's here in the 24-hour time frame. You can see that we are kind of waiting for some sort of consolidation to happen. In terms of the DMI, well, we're still within chop territory here on the 24-hour time frame. What we need to see happen is this positive strength of trend in the 4-hour really continue moving past the 30 point on that one. Okay, we don't need to get too technical. I've kind of laid out the answers for you already. Dropping a like and a subscribe really does help with this video. I hope that you get something out of it that's of value to you. Drop into the Discord and you can always follow up with more questions. I do have a premium Patreon membership where I'll actually help educate you. We can see the volume here is a little bit kind of haphazardous all over the place. That's expressing the range that we're in at the minute, which is of course an upward sloping consolidation pattern. My name's been Rocky Outcrop.